Today's tour brings me back to Lorne Park to show you this custom-built home that sits on a manicured stately lot. We've toured Lorne Park before and it never ceases to amaze me how beautiful this neighbourhood is. If you look around, all you notice is mature landscape, a ton of greenery. It's super quiet. It really feels like country living in the heart of the city. And by heart, I actually mean it's only 20 minutes away from the downtown core. Now, before I walk you through the property, I do want to give a special thanks to listing broker Luciano Commisso of Harvey, Kalles Real Estate for giving us exclusive access to the property. So if you want further details, if you want to book a showing, be sure to reach out to him and you'll find his contact info in the description. Now, back to the tour, and let's kick things off with a few exterior features. So you get a snow melt system with a heated driveway and walkways. There's a heated 3-car garage with a slat wall system, professional landscaping with an automated sprinkler system. The roof itself, it's called EnviroShake. Now this is the most authentic alternative to cedar and slate. It's extremely durable, it's low maintenance, which means it's got a long lifespan. You also get a water softener system and a HEPA air filtration system. Two things we all appreciate is clean air and good quality water, so it really speaks to that country living again in the heart of the city. So with that covered, let's head on inside and see what the interior has to offer. Okay, that takes a little effort, but it's not necessarily a bad thing because this is a solid mahogany door and you can tell it's built very well by the weight of it. It's got a rich color and a green that I do love, and it opens onto this grand foyer. So the space itself has a very rustic charm, especially with this chandelier that makes you feel like you've just walked into a castle. You've got an iron picket staircase over here, which is one of 2 staircases in the home. You've got columns that add a bit of character. You can see views of the greenery outside. It's got a very understated yet elegant feel, very warm and inviting, and where it will lead us next is the dining room. The room has 10-foot ceilings, built-in speakers, which are throughout the home so you can set the mood wherever you are. Over here you've got a picture window, so lots of natural light and views of the greenery, but the room is all about the experience. You really get that sense of warmth and intimacy here, especially with the chandeliers and the sconces adding that element. But my favorite feature is this 2-way fireplace. It's very raw, authentic, it gives you that open fire experience, and it's something that you don't see in homes very often. Now, the dining room itself, it's positioned perfectly because the home has a very practical floor plan. As you saw, we came through from the foyer into the dining room and it just flows into the kitchen, which is where we're headed to next. Here in the kitchen, you get a tongue and groove ceiling with an exposed wood beam construction. So it gives the space warmth, texture. It creates a really nice visual interest. You get a massive center island with a breakfast bar. It has a beautiful granite countertop. And as you can see, butcher blocks at either end. So it's a perfect workstation. In terms of appliances, you get a Wharf range with 4 burners and a griddle. There's a range hood, 2-panel dishwashers, and over here you have 2 Sub-Zero refrigerators with freezer drawers. Now at the opposite end of the kitchen, you'll find your microwave. It's built into the island and it's actually perfectly positioned facing this breakfast nook. So you can heat your food, you can take it to this table, you can enjoy basically what surrounds you, which is the warmth of this 2-way fireplace that we saw in the dining room earlier. You've got windows all around with views of the landscape outside, beautiful maple tree and hydrangeas. It really feels like you're inside but outside, especially with the amount of light that also comes in. You've got a wall-mounted TV to keep you up to date with the news if that's something that you watch in the morning. Perhaps you want to, catch up on that at night. There's also a workstation, and that pretty much covers the kitchen space. There are a couple more features that I do want to highlight, which is the toe kick activated vac down there. Keeps the kitchen clean. It's always a functional feature. And then behind this pocket door is a walk-in pantry that's quite spacious. You've got shelving. We always need a ton of storage space. Now from here, where we're going to next is the mudroom. So the mudroom, you've got heated tile floors, you've got a massive hall tree with a bench, so plenty of storage, very practical. Over here you have your second staircase that leads to the lower level. Behind me is an access door that leads to your heated 3-car garage. At the opposite end is an access door to the outside. And the final feature, which is the most practical, is your 2-piece powder room. So when you're coming back in from a walk, from a long drive, you don't really have to trek through the house when nature calls. It's right here as soon as you get in the home. So that's pretty much the mudroom in a nutshell, which leaves a few more rooms on the main floor to cover. So follow me and we'll head to the great room next. The great room is truly the focal point of the home. You've got a double height ceiling, and as you can see, the T&G with the exposed wood beam construction continues in here. What's also hard to miss is this statement chandelier that towers over the space. Then over on this side, you have 4 French doors that open onto the patio. They let in a lot of natural light, but they also allow you to appreciate the mature landscape and the views from in here. You've also got a dormer window that brings in a lot of natural light from the second floor. Then over on this side is your built-in bar. So the built-in bar offers pocket doors, so you can pick your bottle of red, but if you're into whites, there's also a paneled wine cooler fridge down below. Now over here is the second staircase that I mentioned. This is part 2 because this one leads up to the second floor, which we'll get to shortly. Now on the opposite side of the great room is your fireplace. You've got a floor to ceiling stone surround, and what's behind the fireplace and behind the great room is your family room, which is where we're headed to next. What's nice about the family room is that because it's tucked away behind the great room and you've got 2 doors that you can close off, you can really enjoy that alone time, that quiet time in here, away from all the hustle and bustle of what's going on in the main living areas. Now, as all the other rooms have much to offer, so does this one. And over here you've got another walkout onto the patio. Again, lots of windows for lots of natural light. They also offer beautiful views of the mature landscape and scenery outside. You really get to enjoy the leaves changing color as they're about to do right now, but also it's quite the winter wonderland when the season comes into effect. Over here you have the focal point of the room. It's your fireplace with a floor to ceiling stone surround. It gives you that warmth. It's the perfect place to enjoy time here to watch TV on this wall mounted TV. And again, with the built-in speakers, it really adds to that home viewing experience. Now that's pretty much the family room, which leaves one final room to cover, and that's the home office. Going back to the theme of the home having a very practical, functional layout, the kitchen is at one end of the home while the home office is at the opposite end. So it's a very quiet, private space. As you can see, it's quite spacious. You've got custom built-ins with multiple workstations. This is perfect for kids to do their homework, but you can definitely turn this place into a library. You can have your business meetings in here, the private phone calls. You've got windows all around for lots of natural light. The landscape definitely helps keep you productive and potentially give you that inspired thought. Over here you have a 2-piece powder room, and that's pretty much the main floor. So let's head on upstairs and see what the second floor has to offer. So, second floor. before I get into all that it has to offer, I do want to talk about this view. You've got a bird's eye view of the great room, and this is where it really showcases the grandeur of the home. You really appreciate the architectural significance and the workmanship that went into it. So many details, it's actually quite stunning. Now, in terms of the bedrooms, you get 4 bedrooms in addition to the primary. 2 of the bedrooms have their own ensuite, while the other 2 share a Jack and Jill. What you'll also find on this floor is a laundry room, and it's super convenient because this is a 6,600 square foot home. So when it's time to clean those linens and towels, there's no need to be lugging them between the floors. Now, all the bedrooms, everything is on that end of the home, while the primary occupies its own wing behind this door. As you can see, the primary is quite spacious. You've got a vaulted ceiling, you've got picture windows, so lots of natural light, but beautiful views of the landscape outside as well. It's a great way to wake up. It's almost like you're in a tree house up here. Over here you have a fireplace to give you that warmth and ambience at night. And then if you continue along, you'll find yourself in the ensuite. So within this space, you have a standalone soaker tub with jets. You've got your glass enclosed steam shower with a bench, and you've also got a water closet with a smart Toto toilet. Of course, no primary is complete without a walk-in closet, and if you continue down the hallway, this is where you'll find it. It's got everything from custom built-ins everywhere to a center island with more storage. Again, there's another picture window for lots of natural light, which we all need in a space like this. There's also a bench with more storage underneath. And that pretty much covers the primary suite and the second floor. So that leaves one final floor to cover, which is the lower level. So I'll see you there. Finally, the lower level, and it's quite the entertainer's experience, but we'll start over here with the wet bar, which has everything you need, from a beverage fridge, you've got a dishwasher, there's an ice maker. It's fully equipped and ready to go for you to host and entertain. What you'll also find are multiple lounging spaces. There's a couple couches over here. You've got a sofa facing a fireplace and a wall-mounted TV over here. It's perfect if you want to have a game playing. You've got multiple areas where everyone can pick and choose their space but still interact all as one. What you'll also find is a walkout onto the backyard through multiple doors. But essentially what this takes you to is a 3-season cabana, so to speak. So it's a screened in room that will allow you to bring the outside in and vice versa. It's perfect when the weather and the temperature is just right. Maybe it's raining outside, but you still want to feel the temperature and that feeling of being inside but out at the same time. Now, if you continue along, you'll find yourself in this games room. It has an arcade game, you've got a regulation size pool table. It's quite spacious, it's perfect for bringing large groups together. If you continue along here, you have your foosball table, there's darts, you've got a piano. What's also nice about the lower level, it's that there's a dedicated room for watching movies. So this is a 12-person theater room with a projector and a projector screen. You've got theater style seats. It's fully soundproofed. It's perfect again for dedicating that space and time for watching your favorite movies. Now, obviously with all this hosting and entertaining and playing games, you're going to want some time to burn off those calories, and you've got a separate wing to do that. So on this side, what you'll find is a 2-piece powder room. You've got a shower that's got its own room. You've got a cedar sauna, so you can sweat those calories out in there. Where you'll actually be burning the calories is in here. You've got quite a spacious home gym with heated rubber floors. There are mirrors, as you can see, multiple walkouts, lots of natural light that comes into this space. It definitely motivates you to come down here, get a workout in, and truly burn all that food that you probably consumed back in there. Now there's one final surprise to continue that R&R experience, and it's outside. So once you've put in a solid workout, you'll want to come out here and jump straight into this hot tub to soothe your aching muscles. But if you haven't done a workout or you don't want to spend time in the hot tub, you'll still want to come out here and enjoy your backyard, because look at this. This is exactly what I was talking about. It's lush greenery. It's the privacy of not being able to see your neighbors. It backs onto a ravine. It's very quiet. You've got a lot of tableland, so you can really put a pool in if that's something you want. It really has everything you need. And that's it for the tour. This custom-built stately home can be yours, so be sure to reach out to Luciano at Commisso to see it in person. Don't forget to sign up for a membership on the channel for behind-the-scenes exclusive content. Follow me on socials and check out my Amazon store for must-have household items. And on that note, I'll see you in the next one.